Hello, biggest investors, and welcome to a new episode from Big Talks with our big guy.
What do you mean by saying big? I mean, in terms of my
Only
shape
No.
or the
Big
information?
Big consultancy is like this. Our licensed consultant, Mr. Erkut. So, Mr. Erkut, one of the most frequently asked questions as well. And as you guys, you have seen within the title, it's Istanbul versus Turkey. So if you can give us a comparison
Yeah.
between the Istanbul, we have Antalya, Ankara, Izmir.
Why Antalya?
They are asking. Please answer.
For example, when you hear this question,
The Sea View,
Sea View, huh? Why Ankara?
the capital.
Capital? Yeah. You're right. Well, it totally depends on your expectation and the reason that you are going to buy property.
Mm-hmm.
So if you tell me, Mr. Erkut, I want to buy a home in Antalya because I'm planning to move and live in there. So I want to have my own private home over there. I cannot say anything. I would say, okay, let's work for you and find you a nice property, your next home in Antalya. But if you tell me, Mr. Erkut, I want to buy a property in Antalya because it's a good investment, I'll tell you no. Because if your purpose to buy a property in Turkey is for an investment, for a return from rent or a return from resale, the only place you should consider is Istanbul. Because as you said on the title, Istanbul is the Turkey.
I was, when you were speaking about investing in Antalya, I know that you have an apartment there, closed apartment.
Yeah, actually, I do have an apartment over there, which is on rent, and the rent, when I compare with Istanbul, is nothing.
Nothing.
And
Shopping time.
if I want to sell it, it will be a big struggle to find a possible buyer.
Mhm.
These are the main reasons I prevent my investors to put their money in Antalya if their concern is a return. If the purpose is a pure investment, definitely Istanbul. Let me tell you some reasons why they should consider Istanbul, not other cities. Istanbul is a metropolitan city which has a population of almost 20 million. Okay, so the turnover is much high in Istanbul. This is the main reason. Turnover, I mean the demand is always high.
Mhm.
Okay, let's compare with Ankara. We recently made a purchase in Ankara for one of my investors. The comparison in Ankara, if somebody buy or rent a place, he or she, the family, whatever, stays there for a long time because it's a capital city. It's a population that consists of mostly politicians and or government officers.
Mhm.
And when they move in a place, they will not willing to leave maybe 10, 20 years. So
Stable.
they are much more stable. But in Istanbul, it's the opposite. Even when you change your job, you will be looking for a new home which is close to your job. I'll give you an example from myself. Within the last 5 years, I have changed my home 3 times. I used to live in European side, and then I shifted to Asian side, and then I shifted recently again because of the family. I needed to close to my father's family, etc. So there are lots of reasons, and Istanbul is a huge city. Traffic is a huge problem. You know, for one time you may stuck in traffic and spend maybe 2-3 hours. It's okay, but if you do it daily, it's a huge waste of time. That's why people usually shift their homes closer to their jobs if they change.
So they
their
are
jobs.
shifting. Yeah,
There is more turnover, more shifts. I mean, people change their homes much more in
Okay.
Istanbul, and this allows you to have a higher demand on the rent or resale.
Mhm.
This is the main reason the Istanbul real estate market is much fast and much appreciating compared to the most of the other cities in Turkey.
So I have one of my investors. He asked me, can I find sea view at Istanbul with this amazing blue sea that I can find at Antalya? We can find
For sure. I mean, we have a sea, and actually we have three seas almost in Istanbul. So there is Marmara Sea, there is Black Sea, there is also Aegean Sea. So Istanbul is a combined of three different seas. So of course it's a.
So you say now,
integrated,
as
yeah.
a sum up, you say Istanbul wins against Turkey, or not?
For sure, Istanbul wins against Turkey. It's very simple. It's the center of the trade. It's the center of the history. Okay, there is a saying: if the whole world was one country, Istanbul would be
The capital.
the capital. So this is, I think, enough.
It's a nice ending.
It's a nice ending, right? Another thing which I really want to mention, which is again about this comparison of Istanbul with the other cities. The main thing, if you want to live in Ankara, Antalya, Izmir, Bursa, or Trabzon, recently one of our investors is asking, so you can live, but don't put your investment there. Put your investment in a place where your money gets appreciated, where your money provides you a nice rental income.
Okay.
Live wherever you want,
So
because you will have an income.
You're
Right?
saying that I can buy an apartment at Istanbul, rent it out, and I can live from the rents at another city if I want.
Very simple.
Logical.
Very simple.
Very logical.
Actually, this is personally what I'm doing. Right? I'm living on rent. I have properties which are getting more appreciated because I prefer to invest in under construction projects for having a high resale income. So my money is getting appreciated there. No need to stack my money in a place.
Freeze the money.
Yeah, no need to stack my money in a place where I'm going to live. So with the income I'm having from resale and rental, which is much more enough to rent a place for myself. And if I get bored, I can shift my home without any considering.
Logical again.
Right?
So I guess we should change the series from big talks to logical talks. So it was all for today. And please, as always, don't hesitate to write in the comments below if you have any question that came to your mind. This was Obada, and this is Biggest Invest.